we are so excited. We are here to talk Hallmark Christmas movies.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, we're here with the Hallmarkies podcast, and this is our second week of Christmas coverage, and we're very excited. Amber's here with me. I'm Rachel, and we're here to talk about 4 different films that aired over the course of this last weekend on Hallmark Channel and Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
Yeah, so watch out, you guys, because we're getting right into the thick of things.
So, how did you feel about this weekend's films in general?
I feel like this week was definitely weaker than last week. And I dare say it's the weakest week that we've covered so far.
Agreed. Yep, that's pretty much what I would say too. All pretty low in my rankings. So, yeah, it was a disappointment, but there's some good, some bad. So we're going to talk it out, and it will be fun. So make sure you put in the comment section your thoughts on all of these films. And if you agree, disagree, I know that particularly on one of them, there'll be a lot of people who disagree with me, but we'll have fun talking about it, and it'll be great. So the first one that we're going to talk about is The Sweetest Christmas. Our score for The Sweetest Christmas, I gave it a fuzzy orange, which meant that I was on the fence there between orange.
Which means you thought it was going to be good, but maybe not.
Yeah. And then you were full on suck.
Full on suck. I was like, this show's going to suck.
The Sweetest Christmas. This is our very tense oven borrowing situation.
Oh my gosh. I was on tenterhooks, being concerned about the state of that oven. What was she going to do?
Right.
Stacey Chabert worked for her boyfriend, and his last name was Hockey. And I really thought when they were talking about Hockey Holmes, there was going to be something involving hockey, but that's just his last name. And then she thinks he's going to propose to her, and he takes her to this new fancy restaurant, and it's actually just her ex-boyfriend's pizza house. And then he doesn't propose to her, so she breaks up with him, but she still works for him, so that's awkward. And then she gets to bake gingerbread, and
it's a gingerbread national whatever gingerbread contest that happens to be in her town, I guess. And there's the godmother of gingerbread.
Real quick, I am so furious at you people who follow us on Twitter for not liking my tweet about the godmother of gingerbread. It was so funny. I said, will she be able to defeat the godmother of gingerbread, or will she find a gingerbread horse head in her oven? That is so funny, you guys, because it's from The Godfather. Come on.
Maybe The Godfather is too intense for Hallmark viewership.
Sure. Okay, sure. Maybe the Venn diagram doesn't overlap, but it should be there. There should at least have been more than me and you going.
Yeah, come on, people. Yeah, I agree. I think that the fact, and I loved the fact that her I guess this was like the Bible of gingerbread was like right out front. Like, this is a huge deal. Like, everyone is so excited.
I don't know about you, but I am constantly buying gingerbread books.
Yeah. I mean, how many different ways? There's like the cakey kind, and then there's the cookie kind.
I honestly, I make my gingerbread house out of graham crackers, son.
You rebel. So she ends up having to borrow an oven from Nick, her old high school boyfriend, because the little explanation said it was her boyfriend from culinary school, and that was not accurate.
Yeah, explanation, get on your business, because you're wrong.
Yeah, they were high school sweethearts, of course. It's Hallmark. And so, like, it was so, I guess it was her sister. I thought it was like her roommate, but I guess it was her sister.
Yeah, it was her sister.
Yeah, somehow I missed that.
Really cute kids, and I was really hyped up on those kids. I was like, yes, they're going to be so great. They were in it for like 30 seconds cumulative time.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
I know.
Also, okay, sorry. I was so excited because Jonathan Adams was like, yes, my wife can definitely watch your son. And I was like, how exciting. We're going to see his wife. And I tweeted out, I'm so excited to see his wife.
Never.
And Hallmark retweeted me. She didn't show up. What?
I get a little fast and loose with the retweets there, I think.
I was a little bit mad at the tweetness during this episode.
Yeah. So I loved her sister, though. I thought she was hilarious because she was like totally calling her out on her BS. Like, that was hilarious. She's like, what do I say? And she's like, you call him and you say, do you have an oven I can borrow? Can I borrow your oven?
Yeah, I really liked her, and it was fun seeing them together because she's the blogger that you loved so much from All of My Heart too.
Oh, I knew it. I knew that's why.
And so she's whatever. But I did like their relationship. It was fun.
Yeah, I think that should be encouraged in these movies. Just have one person who's like, you're full of crap. That's like my favorite. They spend all this time together, and so they have all this back and forth, and she's like horrified that he has decided not to have a Christmas tree. And and so like she decides to like go buy him a Christmas tree, and he's like, I've got this single dad thing down. And she's like, no, you don't have a Christmas tree. You're like a mess, and you think you got it down. Anyway, and she becomes very attached to the kid, back and forth. And what was, I thought, really weird about this movie is that, like, so originally, obviously, the wrong guy, her boss / boyfriend, was like an idiot. Like, hello. He takes her and, he's like, will you be my office assistant? Like, that was so ridiculous.
But like, you were this close to being like, let me open up this box. Shh. It's a job offer.
Right, yeah. And an assistant, no less, right? It's not like she's not even like vice president or something like that.
Well, she doesn't deserve to be vice president, but that doesn't matter.
Right. And so like he decides to like shape up and like he makes more, like considerably more of an effort than the Lee Coco, than Nick. Like, well,
I mean,
he like hires this woman, the godmother of gingerbread, and like has this whole like elaborate proposal plan, which was probably stupid, but nevertheless, like he was just like made like if he was Nick, all those things that he did, it would be like, oh, so Nick, romantic,
a wonderful, wonderful man. But like that doesn't exclude the fact that like Captain Hockey Pants doesn't even know how to play hockey. So of course you should pitch him to the curb. That's like marrying Joe Football, and he's like, what is football? I don't know.
Sucker. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was sort of weird. I'm like, this guy is not that bad, and like the Nick guy was kind of a brat at times. Like,
them fighting words.
So you love Nick?
Yeah, well, I mean everything Nick does, I love. Lee Coco, really? I didn't know this, but he's handsome.
He's very handsome.
And I am a shallow person. So if he's that handsome and like remotely not rude, I'm in. And he wasn't that rude.
He just didn't seem all that invested in their relationship. And I get that he has like a son and stuff, so that's probably partly why. But I don't know. I just felt like this other guy was trying a lot harder by the end. And I'm just kind of like, oh, okay. I know I'm just like, I am happy because I did think they had pretty good chemistry, her, Lacey Chabert and Lee Coco. But I don't know. I just thought it was sort of a strange choice to like have him making all the grand gestures. And maybe that's part of the message of the movie. I don't know.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm going to say I was way more interested in the scenes with Jonathan Adams as Ralphie than I was in the rest of the movie.
Yeah, he was so fun. He and the sister were my favorite.
Yeah, but that's not to say I didn't like it. I did like it, just for the record. It was fine.
Yeah, but he was really funny, but also like he wasn't just the wisecracking sidekick. Like he had some more like emotional scenes, I guess you could say.
He was like best friend, sidekick, comic relief, and busybody parent.
Yeah.
And also like
much.
wise parent. He handled like 5 people's jobs and he nailed it. So
he really did.
I was on board.
So she ends up she scraps like all of her plans after the like failed proposal, which of course Nick overhears. She thinks that she's going to get engaged to this other guy. And then she decides to make the carousel, which was the place where they met or had their first kiss.
Yeah, I was like, nobody meets on a carousel.
Not their first kiss. And she, of course, wins over the godmother of gingerbread. With her.
Did she win over the godmother of gingerbread?
I think so. She got first place.
Oh, wins over.
Yeah.
Not wins over.
Oh,
like,
right.
Okay, yeah. I was like, they didn't like become best friends. She wasn't like, great job. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
So this was also my favorite of the 4, but I'm still pretty lukewarm on it, which I guess shows how I felt about the rest of them.
Okay.
There you go. It was just one of those. I give it 3 crowns. This one.
I call me Mr. Christmas because here I am being generous and weird. I am giving it 3.6 crowns.
Ah, there you go.
Because I would watch it again. And all of the parts with Jonathan Adams were sprinkled in just the right amounts that I didn't want to die.
Mm-hmm.
So it was great. Not
to
great.
me, it was just
it was a 3.6.
Yeah, there you go. To me, it was just your average, enjoyable Hallmark movie, and that's 3 for me. So there you go. So I have it in between in my ranking. So I have 44 films now in my yearly ranking, and I have The Sweetest Christmas at number 22, right in the middle, and I have it right underneath My Favorite Wedding, which is at 21, and Love on Ice, which was at 23. So there you go. So let's talk about a song for Christmas. The song.
Let's do
Hallmark movies and mysteries. No, I was a Cole on this, really?
You were.
I was
You
mean.
hated it. Yeah, you were mean.
Excuse me. So, A Song for Christmas, our original scores going into it for our Christmas preview, I gave it a Cole. So I was pretty harsh on it. I thought it just sounded super generic.
Yeah, Rachel's a huge bully. So really everyone remember that.
Oh, yeah. This week, I'm hoping next weekend will be like my redemption.
And then I'm so much nicer, gave it a dusty sock, which don't believe is just one step higher than Cole. No.
Yeah.
It's exactly one step higher than Cole.
And this was one that I live tweeted. And I have to say probably like 50% of my tweets, I felt like were like, he's so pretty.
Oh my goodness. Let's talk about Kevin McGarry, who I didn't recognize in the promos and whose name didn't ring any bells, but he's been in a couple of Hallmark things. So he was in Love at First Bark earlier this year, and also in Signed, Sealed, Delivers From Paris with Love. Anyway, I don't know. Did he get like face beautification surgery, or was I just blind before, but now I see? He is so amazing.
Yeah, he was beautiful.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
And they like had like if you have a cowboy ideal kind of man that you like, this was just if he'd had a cowboy hat, that would have like sealed it. But like him just like leaning against the pickup truck, like playing his guitar. Like,
yeah. Okay. And can I just talk? I hate people who just sit around and play with their guitars. I hate it. It's like, what am we supposed to do? It's really weird. Like, do you want us to fawn over you? What is going on?
Yeah.
But I was fine with him because he wasn't like, listen to me play my guitar. He was just like, I'm just plucking away in the corner, no worries. And people could just like go about their business treating him like background music. It was so great. I loved him. Yeah,
he was great. He was really good. And so basically like the story for this is very, when we've seen a lot, but that you have this country singer.
I mean, literally Up just did this on Sunday also.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll talk about that. But so Adelaide is her name. She ends up being Addie most of the movie, played by Becca Tobin, who I thought was cute. Like she had a lot of little adorable moments, I thought.
Yeah, I really liked her. From the previews, I was expecting not to, and then guess what, you guys? I did.
Yeah. So I thought she was cute. And this movie had like high flirt game. Like there were so many super flirty moments between the two of them, which I appreciated.
Yeah, it was great. And his little sister was fun.
Yeah. like when they're like getting a Christmas tree off of the truck, and like it just so happens that like they happen to like have to get it together, and they like end up this flirty moment. Like there were tons of really flirty moments.
Oh, there was no, it just happened. Like he planned that and he executed it. And I appreciate that.
Like in the kitchen, like decorating cookies, very flirty. Like it was just all very fun.
It was great.
In that regard.
It was real good.
Yeah. So basically like the conceit is that she has this horrible manager who is like, lie all the time just to get sales and pretend to be somebody that you're not. And she's like, I don't want to, but her first album bombed. But of course, Mr. I forget his name,
Dylan?
Dylan. So Dylan is, of course, loves her first album. And
well, I mean, Dylan is the greatest. So.
Right. And so she's trying to like craft this image, but this manager is like terrible and horrible person. And it was kind of hilarious because in the little write-up, they make it look like she like leaves, but that's actually not the case. She gets like left behind, which was really hilarious because she's literally across the street from the bed and breakfast.
They are terrible. They're worse at keeping track of people than Kevin McAllister's parents.
Yeah, like at least he was in the attic. Like,
yeah. No, they're bad. They're bad at it.
It was so funny. I was like, wow, okay. You think they'd at least like kind of look around the block a little bit, whatever. But anyway, so they leave her. And of course, there's a million contrivances which keep them from coming back and getting her. And so she ends up staying with the Laps and his family, whatever, and seeing like, they make a big deal about the fact that she can actually like eat like a human being.
Well, I think it's also because like her manager's like, you gotta eat nothing. So she's like, I will eat all the food.
Yeah.
Which is a good plan.
This is going to get foreclosed. And so there's all this tension, but the sister has this like great business enterprise of like making the farm like a destination location instead of selling at the Christmas tree lot, I guess. And she's like, there's one quote, I wish I had written it down, but there's one quote where it's like, we can have harvest festivals and 4th of July. And then she goes all this stuff. And I'm like, that's the Hallmark mission statement. You just covered the whole year.
I look forward to Lap Family Harvest.
Yeah.
Featuring a romance for the daughter.
Yeah.
A sequel. Thank you.
Yeah. And she also, if she wants to be a small business owner, this girl, she needs to like get a little bit more sort of fortitude, because they'd had it open for like 5 days, and she was like, it's not going to work. I'm so depressed.
Well, how old is she? She's like 12. I mean, she's not, but she's what, 16? We never even seen her drive. She's probably a child.
So yeah, but it was cute. She was cute, and it was a generic story, but I thought it was fun. But the main thing was just the chemistry of these two actors and the hotness of Kevin and Karen.
Yes.
So, but I had two major problems with this movie.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So first problem, we were actually kind of promised in publicity that we were getting like major singing. They had this whole like little, thing about them doing this recording session, and this is going to be great. She's from Glee, so like I would assume that she could like sing pretty well. And we had almost no singing in this movie. And I think part of it was because they decided to make her a country singer, and she is not a country singer at all. And like, I know that the country, whatever, the one on Up wasn't a great movie, but they had like 4 or 5 songs which I appreciated. And they actually sounded like country singers. And so I thought it was better in that respect than this. And like they call it a song for Christmas. There's literally one song.
Well, it's not an album for Christmas, Rachel. And I actually appreciate the fact that they didn't make us listen to 25 songs, or at least that they didn't even make us listen to that one song like in full. Only at the end. I didn't want to kill myself listening to that song over and over and over. I was like, oh look, she's like gently humming, just like a little bit of hum, just to tide you over. And I was like, oh, she's humming very nicely.
I didn't like it. I want to hear some songs. It's so cool when they go out to that scene when they're like by the fire and he's got his guitar. Like, why don't they have like a little song there? That would have been so cool and like intimate. And
because they don't need it.
I think they did.
Nah.
That annoyed me. But then the other thing that annoyed me a little bit about this is this movie was heavy on the city girl hate. Like, heavy. Probably the mom, like at one point she's like, yeah, I used to be a city girl, but then I can't, and I didn't know the difference between a palm tree and a Christmas tree. Like, how stupid are these city girls and these Hallmark movies?
Oh, for Pete's sake, the mother was joking. Shh, the mother was joking. Learn about jokes, Rachel.
Oh. Like, it was a lot. They talked about it a lot. That like, oh, you know, I was rescued from the city, and I used to be a city girl, and oh, those city girls with your weird taste in food and your weird taste in. I was just like. Calm down.
I think you were on weird pills because I don't remember this at all.
No, it was a lot. It was a lot. And I didn't like it.
Well, if you have an accent, otherwise it's an affectation and is lame.
Then you're not a country singer. If you don't have an accent, country western accent, then you're just a pop singer. You're not a country singer.
No, then you're a person who sings country music without a fake accent.
Now, country music is by nature. You have in order for it to be country music, you have to have an accent. Even Miley Cyrus, when she sings country music, she puts on the accent. Like, you have to have an accent.
That is like you saying that someone from Canada, by definition, cannot be a country singer, which is a lie.
No, because people from Canada can have country accents.
No, that's they can have fake accents.
Find me the country singer who does not have an accent.
Well, I don't listen to that much country music, but I know for a fact that it's true. No. I don't fight you.
Lies.
Till the day I die. Also, Taylor Swift didn't really have a country accent when she first started.
No, that's when she had more of a country accent, and then she tapered it down.
She barely had any at all, if any. And I don't think she did.
That some of them are pretty weak sauce, but like
we're gonna leave this up to our viewer. The one, Mom, listen to me right now. You're going to vote in the comment section. Part of the comment that you have to leave, I'll help you, is you have to say if you have to have an accent when you're singing country, or if you can just sing country music without an accent. Thank you. And we'll never agree. We'll never agree.
So this is a very contentious episode. This is turning out to be. Thing you didn't like?
No.
Nothing.
I mean, there were things, but it's not a 5, but I liked it a lot.
I mean, I still give it a positive score. Those things annoyed me. I also give it three crowns.
I gave it 4.1 crowns.
Really? You're that high on it, huh?
I really liked it.
Wow.
I'm not even ashamed of how much I liked it. Kevin McGarry is an angel, and Becca Tobin sings like a little butterfly. And
for like 2 lines, she sings.
It's not. We don't need a musical, Rachel. It's
not think you would be this high on it. I'm very surprised. So
yeah, I just loved. I was just like, this is my movie.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. I ended up having this at. I basically liked this the same as The Sweetest Christmas. But I have this at 24. So I have it just below Love on Ice and just above Love Love by the Shore or Love at the Shore. I was kind of annoyed at the ending of this movie. And about Enchanted Christmas, we were very high on this going into it. We were very excited.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm just taking over. It was set in Utah, and we are both from Utah. We were super excited. It was filmed in Utah. It starred some local people. Aunt Claudia, I was like, hey, see you at Megaplex Theaters when you do all the intros.
I was wondering if you noticed that.
Of course I noticed. I was like, it's time for some movie trivia.
Yeah,
anyway.
So we should do a little explain that. So at a local theater chain, there's this woman who does all of the promos, and she was in this movie.
Yeah, she was the aunt. And every time she was on screen, I was just really excited.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I basically know her. I mean, she wouldn't have no idea who I was, but like her and Thermwise are my people.
The is that the guy who does like the gas ads?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But and then also it starred Miss Chelsea Hightower.
Yeah, we didn't know that until watching it, so that was pretty exciting.
Oh, the whole first 10 minutes, I was like, what? It's filmed in Utah. Oh, it's the girl from Megaplex. Oh, everything. I was just like running around so excited, and I was like, I can't believe that I gave this movie a diamond ring with orange zest. It's going to be amazing. The most perfect movie of all time.
Well, and we were excited.
First couple minutes.
Yeah. We were excited about the Pinnavegas, of course.
So excited for the Pinnavegas.
And I do think they seem like the nicest couple. Like, they're one of those couples, just from following them on social media and stuff, that I have to admit I'd be a little disappointed if I heard they were, breaking up. Like, oh, because they just seem so cool.
That would be world-shattering. Amy Poehler and Will Arnett broke up, and just now Chris Pratt and Anna Faris. Oh, upsetting. If they ever break up, I will be devastated. Love doesn't exist. What's the point? That's where I will be.
Yeah. And they seem perfectly fine, so we're not saying so.
Yeah, no. No rumors here.
No.
Just like threats to them. They better know.
And they just seem lovely people. So and so we were pretty excited going into it. And I have to say, a lot of the joy I had, and I do love dancing movies. I'm like a huge fan. So all that was very high. But I'd say a lot of the joy that I got out of this was making lots of lame Utah jokes on Twitter.
Yeah.
I was on a roll.
I didn't even do that because I didn't even have fun not enjoying it. I was just so uninterested in like what anybody did. And I was on team her boyfriend, Scott. I was team Scott when he's like, yeah, I got here and things were pretty much off the handle, but we got it taken care of. And she was like, oh, betrayal of the highest order. He's such a liar. And I was like, because you were just like literally sleeping on the job.
Yeah,
and literally
exactly.
Everything was falling apart.
Because she's sent to renovate this hotel or whatever, and she's supposed to do an 8-week job in 4 weeks, and like she does not have time to like be dancing and like lollygagging around. And all that could have worked, but like I don't know, like it just didn't. Like it was just kind of blah.
I was just I agreed with what's his face, and then he gets fired for being like, just kidding, you know what, she actually did a lot of the work. And the guy's like, well, screw you, you're fired. I'm like, that's not, first of all, that's not a fireable offense for coming in and actually helping someone do their job. Like,
and he
why
was told
is that
to go there, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't just like he like did some weird random thing. He was like told go there, and then he did it and he gets fired. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Randy Wayne, I'm with you, boy.
It was just like another example of like a character who gets this amazing opportunity and he's just expected to just leave it all because of love. Like, why not work it into the story that like the person that he's in love with is supportive of his dreams, and that like that's to me is more romantic, and have an epilogue like you love, where like they meet up after the tour and they get married and everything's wonderful and great.
In defense of this movie, she was like, Go. You got to do it. Bye. And he was like,
That's fair. That's true.
That means she wants me to stay. I'm staying. But the thing that makes me so mad about this is that they were like, okay, we want your partnership to come on to headline this tour for us. And Chelsea Hightower was just like, he just was like left her at the airport and he's like, have fun not fulfilling your dreams. Sorry, we were partners for several years. I don't care about you. It made me so mad.
Yeah. I guess I just like it in like movies like The Birthday Wish or the Harvest Wedding, movies like that where like both people's careers are kind of like respected and like they're sort of all part of the same like dream, and like Dash of Love is that way. Like I just think that that's so much better than like the particularly the woman who has to like give up her career, usually in the city, to meet to marry or fall in love with the high school boyfriend. And usually it's because like she's gotten all cold and and I like in Miss Christmas, like her career is totally respected in that. You see what I'm saying?
This is the thing though. You're talking about him not going on the world tour, but also what made me mad was her giving up her fancy job that she just got Scott fired for helping her do.
Right.
So she could come be the manager of some podunk hotel in Heber. Like, that's garbage. Way to live your dreams.
But Amy, you were saying, so they want him as a partnership with the Chelsea Hightower character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like both or none at all.
Yeah.
And so his making this decision and not going on the tour is literally affecting like a whole nother person's livelihood.
Yeah. He's a villain in this piece. And yet we don't get to see it from that perspective because they're the Pen of Vegas and they're so great and wonderful in real life. Fine. But I was really mad about this. Like, no one is watching this path of destruction in their wake where Scott gets fired for helping her with his job and Chelsea Hightower's dreams are crushed. What?
Right.
The only way Hallmark can make this up to me is if they get Randy Wayne, who was Scott and who has starred in the movie Honey 2, and Chelsea Hightower, who's amazing and was on So You Think You Can Dance and Dancing with the Stars, and put them in a fun sequel where they both dance and she teaches him how to dance and it's basically like Step Up.
Well, the one advantage I would give this over A Song for Christmas is there was a lot of dancing and I enjoyed the dancing. You're going to have a dance movie.
But really, there was the two dances. Their dance at the end and the children's dance. And then you just saw them practicing the whole time.
But that was so like they were practicing dancing.
Yeah, I know. They were practicing singing in A Song for Christmas.
No, they didn't.
I bet.
When did they practice singing? That's what I'm saying.
All the times where they were writing the song.
But they didn't actually sing this 2.5 crowns.
Okay, so I did not enjoy myself at all watching this. And it was a dirge. And there wasn't anything funny. So I gave it a 1.5. Yeah. Which is pretty low, you guys.
They were definitely they were kind of proud, I think, of the diversity in this movie. But I still think it's not there yet.
Like what diversity? I mean, they said the word tamales.
And they have a character named Ricardo. I think they were proud of that.
But like... I mean, I'm a quarter Mexican, and I'm more diverse than them. And look at me, guys. I basically look like Snow White. So,
but let's keep going. Let's keep pushing that boundary there.
This
Hallmark,
rule,
please.
this. Let's do it. Okay.
I ended up having that at number 34 on my ranking. I have it just below Falling for Vermont at 33, and while you were dating at 35.
Okay.
So there we go. Okay. So the next one, Engaging Father Christmas. I was live tweeting this one. And I have to admit, it was not pretty. I got to some dark places on that tweet thread. I know that everyone in the Hallmark community loves this movie. I struggled.
And this, okay, I'm just going to call shenanigans right now on people who love this movie. You are liars because you do not love this movie. You love Aaron Krakow.
Right.
And you love Niall Matter.
Which I do too.
You don't love this movie. You like that you got to look at them for 2 hours.
Yes.
But even you, Ruth, have to admit that this movie could have been 1,000 times more than what it was. And just because I will look at Niall Matter for 2 hours and be sort of happy does not mean that's what we should get. We should get more.
Yeah. And I guess this is the book. I mean, that gave me some like confidence that like, because most Hallmark sequels are not very good. And I was like, oh, well, this is based on a book. Like, it's got to be okay, right? It's a book. I don't know. Oh my gosh. So, okay. So the positives about this movie for me, it had really good kissing game, which I'm always a fan of in Hallmark movies.
You are like Captain Kiss a lot.
Yes.
Well, let's just talk about that real quick.
Yes.
Rachel's like 1,000 kisses is not enough.
Yes.
I want a movie that's just only kissing.
Yes, because When Calls the Heart, it took them a whole season to kiss and about made me insane. It was so slow.
Somebody on Twitter called him Mountie Molasses?
Yeah.
Because he was so slow?
It
was really funny.
Yes, very well done, Twitter. And so I enjoyed that. And the proposal was definitely like epic. Totally loved that. So that was fun. They have like, there's, because he has a near, like there's the near kiss frequently, which I also enjoy. But this was the near proposal. He's like practically down on one knee and then she gets like distracted. It was pretty funny.
It was really good. Yeah. I will admit. So I was on board for like the first 30, 45 minutes. Ish.
Yeah, you were like, what's wrong with you? Why are you so grumpy?
I was like, it's fine. It's funny. There's like good moments.
So I like that. I also have a soft spot in my heart for Andrew Francis.
Andrew Francis?
Love him. He's my favorite thing in Chesapeake Shores. And I just think he's super charming and really cute.
Yeah, we here on the pod are pretty excited about Andrew Francis. We love him a lot.
So Andrew Francis, he plays like her ex, Josh, and I know you bought it. I did not buy it. There's like this really weird, awkward conversation at the beginning of the movie where they randomly meet up at a airport, and she just like spills all the beans about her secret of being James Whitcomb's daughter, and it just, I don't know, like everything felt, maybe I could have bought it, but like it just felt so awkward to me, and like I didn't buy that she would just like share this huge thing with him, with her ex. Like that's super awkward and weird, and then like you see this mysterious stranger like at the airport, and I'm like, ugh, and I like later on they try to play out this is somehow this like big reveal, like, oh my gosh, the stranger at the airport. I'm like, did they think we all drink stupid juice? Like, that's what I know.
They do think we all drink stupid juice. Like, I'm sorry, if you didn't know from the minute that guy bumped into her, brushed past her, what's that called? Where you steal someone's wallet?
Yeah.
A bump pass? Who cares? If you didn't know from the minute that he bumped into her that he was the guy, then you don't deserve to watch television. I'm sorry. You need to read more books, because this dude, like, first of all, he has never been in a movie where he wasn't the bad guy. I don't think. He's like,
he's in a lot of these.
His face literally has written across of it, I did it, in his face. So he's like always the bad guy. I'm sure he's the murderer in something. The minute he touched her, I was like, well, that's the guy who was going to blackmail her. I know that.
So,
and then they were trying to make me think it was Andrew Francis, and I was like, okay, sure it is.
Right.
No.
Yeah, there's no way. It was such an obvious red herring, so silly, so ridiculous, and it was just like there to make Ian jealous, which was stupid.
But and you're like, wasn't even jealous. It didn't even work in the show, guys.
Like he has that like moment where he's like watching them talk, and he's like looking out the window, like grumpy face, and I'm like, she's
Yeah,
like
but
about
see,
to.
that's the thing. That wasn't even real. He was just like being like, "What's that guy doing here?" And like, because he talks to us about it, but then like it was
I
actually
thought he seemed
just
kind
a
of
red
jealous.
herring to us to be like, "Oh no, he's gonna be so jealous," but he
Yeah.
wasn't. They were just trying to trick us again.
Like, you're supposed to buy that, like, first of all, that any reporter would be so interested and that this would be such a huge story that it would be worth literally dedicating like a month during the holidays to like follow this woman around and stalk her to find out if she's the love child of a stage actor and that's dead. And being there, like, there nobody's interested. Like, I think if this movie had been set in like 1850, where like that was like a real
They're
like
like,
big
John Wilkes Booth don't have himself a love child.
like a
People
love
would
child.
maybe care
Because then,
back
like,
then.
even being an actor in and of itself was kind of scandalous. And so, like, it would have worked a little bit, but like nobody cares what some dead stage actor did in his side time. Like,
No one cares.
nobody. And so the idea that like that this reporter would be going to all of this effort to like blackmail her and like send her these creepy text messages and like
Okay, and first of all, reporter. Like, how is that a good technique to get someone to tell you their story? You know what's going to build trust? If I stalk the crap out of her, that's the one. That's going to get me a good scoop. No. And so, like, if he was just going to be, like, a skeezy guy and just print something salacious anyway without confirmation, which is what he's going to do,
right.
why even bother? Just be like, spotted in the airport, blah, 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 blah. Post the story. Just break it. He was so stupid. This is the thing. Okay, I'm going into it. This is why the show is terrible and I wanted to die. All of the characters behave in ways that are not reasonable.
Right.
Like, I can't even find the motivation for them to be acting as dumb as they are, which makes the show immeasurably frustrating.
Yes,
And
I was so frustrated.
I just can't even believe how stupid they are. And like, okay, and Miranda, she's like, oh no, someone found out, I have to leave. And Ian's like, no you don't, just stay, it'll be fine, our love can conquer it. And she's like, no, my martyrdom is stronger than our love. I will be a martyr.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like, James Whitcomb, first of all, his legacy is a legacy of Christmas. That is a stupid legacy. Like, literally anybody who celebrates Christmas loves Christmas. Like, it's not a legacy to leave your children a love of Christmas. That's
actually
stupid.
James Whitcomb is my father, and that is why I love Christmas.
Ridiculous.
That's a lie. Don't go reporting that.
So they like fluff him up. Oh, he's this great guy and you can't expose him. You're going to tarnish his legacy of Christmas and like whatever crap. And like these people, this Whitcomb family are like terrible people because she breaks it off with Ian and they're like, James would be so proud of you. No, he would not. Or he's a terrible person too. Like, she's willing to give up all of her love, like the love of her life, for a family that hasn't even publicly recognized her as a human being that belongs in their family. And the fact that it's like they would pretend that that was a good thing and that she had done something brave is so ridiculous and so selfish.
Yeah, it's like, that's the thing though. Like, every single person in this show who's related to the Wickhams are selfish and stupid, bad at plans, and huge martyrs who are just like, I am constantly the victim here, and I will choose to continue to be such a victim.
Ridiculous.
For your benefit. So, like, they're selfish and also martyrs, which is just like a weird, like,
yeah, and if you're going to have Wendy Malick in a movie and she's going to be selfish, like, she should be way more catty and way more funny and ridiculous, like, than she was. Because that's like her wheelhouse, Wendy Malick. She's the best.
And it's just, I don't want to talk about it anymore, you guys. It was too frustrating for me to be, it was too frustrating to live.
No, I was so frustrated. I was just like, how on earth are you leaving Ian? I'm so mad, and I just, yeah.
And not even in like a, I'm so upset that she's leaving Ian.
No.
I'm heartbroken. And just to like, Oh my gosh, I can't. You're so stupid. I just can't deal with you right now when you're like this. I just, like, it got to the point where I was like, yeah, Ian's way too good for you. I hope you leave.
Yeah, I felt like I needed to watch When Calls the Heart after this, just to be like, okay, I'm feeling the good mojo around Aaron Krakow
Yeah.
because
But just say it's not Aaron Krakow's
no,
fault. I don't think it's any of the actors' fault.
no,
I don't even really think it's like the writers who did the
the adaptation.
the adaptation's fault. And this is the kind of stuff that totally works in a book. Like when you're reading it, it doesn't feel weird because it's just like you're just
Mhm.
reading it and it's fine. But watching it on TV is just death.
Yeah, it was. It really was. I felt like my Twitter thread was like a sad decline into insanity. Like I was trying to make it funny, but like, oh, I in no situation, in no realm of reality is her leaving Ian a good thing or something to be praised, something to be proud of, something. Yeah, that's insanity.
Also, I'm going to just go out there and throw out some fighting words. The stupid words painted on the wall are dumb and should be painted over.
Yeah, that was the worst wallpaper job I've ever seen. They did a terrible job, but yeah, and then they like try at the end to like make it all cozy, happy that like we're telling our story the way it's supposed to be told. It's like you should have done that from the beginning.
Yeah. Come on, you dweebs.
Like nobody would care anyway, but you should have done that as just like good human beings who like treat people with respect that are part of their family. What did you think of the original film?
I liked the original one a lot better. It was just fine for me though. I didn't love it. I don't, like you
No,
said, I
it
don't
was,
really like the movies and mysteries, and it's a little slow and a little
yeah.
bit the same kind of problems where the people are a little bit stupid for my liking. But I had given that one a 2.9. Um, this one was less enjoyable, but I did, like enjoy the first 30, 15, 20 minutes of it. And like you said, there was a good engagement scene and lots of kisses. So I ended up giving this one a 2.2.
Yeah. So, okay. So I went and rewatched the first one and actually thought it was kind of sweet. I enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of cute. The idea of her like finding her family and whatever and a cute little romance. And so I actually gave it a 3.5. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. And then this one, it was harder. It was not a pleasant experience for me. But I did like the proposal. I thought that was really good. And I liked the actors were all fine. And I thought that I liked all the kisses. That made me happy. And so I give this one 2 crowns. Ranking for this for the year, like I said, there's 44. I ranked this at 42. I have this below Summer in the Vineyard, which was boring as soup, and above At Home in Midford. And that's only because Andie MacDowell was so bad in At Home in Midford, and at least the acting was fine in this. So that's the only reason I give this a slight edge. But that's where I have it, 42.
All right.
Oh, there you go.
So for the week, my rankings go A Song for Christmas, The Sweetest Christmas, Enchanted Christmas, and then down at the bottom is Engaging Father Christmas.
Yes.
There's a new song for you, Rachel.
Okay, so I basically had Sweetest Christmas and A Song for Christmas tied, but technically I had it Sweetest Christmas and A Song for Christmas, and then I have Enchanted Christmas and then Engaging Father Christmas is my ranking for this week. This Friday, we're really excited. We are going to have an interview with the writer of the upcoming Hallmark film on Saturday, the Coming Home for Christmas. Her name is Nina Weinman Swift, and she's a super cool writer, and we're very honored that she would take the time to be interviewed by us.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Not all of her movies are at least above a 3.5, which, as you know, is pretty good. She wrote Stop the Wedding, which starred Niall Matter and Rachel Boston. Annie
That's
Claus
cute.
is Coming to Town, which is in my top 12. And Pumpkin Pie Wars, which was, I think, one of the highest ones from last harvest. So she's pretty great. She's got other ones too, but those were just some highlights for you. So
yeah, she's.
Oh wait, also she wrote "I Married Who," which is incredible.
I love that one. That's one of my top 10 all-time faves. So yeah, she's great, and we're really excited that she agreed to be interviewed by us. And so you definitely want to check that out when we get it posted. And so this weekend, they have 4 movies, just like normal. We have the Christmas Coming Home. We have 2 homecoming kind of movies on Saturday, which is sort of strange. But we have Coming Home for Christmas on Hallmark Channel with Danica McKellar and Neil Bledsoe. So that one, and that's the one written by Nina, and it seems very cute. And then we have Christmas Homecoming, and this one also I think looks pretty good with Julie Benz, who I love. She's great.
Correct. Julie Benz is amazing.
Yes, and it looks like it's going to be heartfelt and a really nice little movie. So I'm excited.
Although I really think they messed up by not having it on Veterans Day weekend, but I'm not in charge of programming.
That's fair. It may not. Maybe it just wasn't ready. Who knows? But yeah, I agree. That would have been nice. Okay, so then we have on Sunday 2 other ones that look pretty good.
Yeah.
So we have A Gift to Remember on Hallmark, which looks. I'm more excited about it the more I see about it. Because it definitely has like a While You Were Sleeping vibe, which is one of my favorite romantic comedies ever. Ali Liebert and Peter Porte, who I liked Peter Porte in the, what's the shore one? Love of the Shore.
And fans of Chesapeake Shores will remember Ali Liebert as Brendan Penny's fiance, whom, if you listened to our Chesapeake Shores podcast, Mom, you will know that I really loved her and was so sad that they kicked her off.
Yeah, she was fun. And so this just looks really cute. I'm excited for it. A gift to remember. If I said that. So then we have on Hallmark Movies Mysteries, we have The Bramble House Christmas, which is based on a book. And it has Autumn Reeser and David Hayden Jones. And they're both Hall stars. They've been in a lot. And I've pretty much liked every movie that Autumn Reeser has ever been in. I love The Country Wedding.
Autumn Reeser is one of those rare individuals who is perfect in every way and can do no wrong. So I have very high expectations for Bramble House, and I am very worried about that because I've been super disappointed before by other Hallmark movies this week.
Pretty cute story, so hopefully it will be good. We'll see.
Who knows?
So yeah, this was kind of a bit of a bummer, but that's okay. That's part of being a Hallmark fan, is like, you're not just there for the good times, you're there for the good times and the bad times.
Yeah,
you
and
see it through.
The thing is, you guys, a bad Hallmark movie is usually better than an Up movie. So so we've got that.
I actually thought that movie was harmless. I didn't hate it like you did. I thought it was okay.
In defense of that movie, I only got like 15 minutes in. So it could have really picked up. Yeah.
It wasn't great, but I didn't think it was awful. So anyway, yeah. It's true. You still got Hallmark, and it's still, they're providing entertainment. Like, we can't be that unhappy. They're making 4 movies a weekend. They're going to have some flops.
Yeah. Tell people, Mom, I know you don't know how to use Twitter, but we're going to teach you this week. And everyone else who listens, our one fan. Hi, other fan.
Yeah, we got some cool fans. Like, thank you so much, you guys, for like tweeting at us and telling us you like the show, that you're laughing, that you have fun with us. We really appreciate it. We've gotten a couple this week, and so thank you.
Okay, anyway, back to this. Fans, listeners, people who hate us but still respect us. You guys, we need to hashtag Campbell for Winterfest. It's just Campbell like the soup for like the word FOR, Winterfest. Hashtag Campbell for Winterfest. We really need to let our voices be heard so that Hallmark Channel knows how much we love Paul Campbell.
Well, we're looking forward to the upcoming weekend, and good things to come, more Christmas cheer. And then we have next week with Thanksgiving Palooza, crazy 5 nights of Thanksgiving. So it's going to be super fun.
We're going to be really busy, and hopefully we'll be really nice.
Hopefully. And we have our Finding Santa, which we are very excited about.
I am very excited about it.
Make sure you're following us on Twitter at Hallmarkies Pod and on Facebook and Instagram. We post daily on Instagram and our other social media. We're on there quite active. So make sure to post on there. Follow us, like us. We're on iTunes. And make sure you subscribe, leave your reviews, whatever you like. And then, of course, on YouTube. And you can find me at Smiling LDS Girl on social media. And at 54 Disney Reviews is my blog. Also on my YouTube channel, Rachel's Reviews, I have my review of Justice League coming out tomorrow. I have my review of Justice League coming out today. So that's very exciting. And so, yeah, there's lots of fun stuff. You can follow me. And where can people find you?
As always, you can just find me as at Amber Brainwaves on Twitter, and that's it.
Yeah, awesome. So thanks so much. And let us know what you thought of the movies. Do you very much disagree with our grumpy pants? Look at a lot of these. What do you think? Put in the comments section, and we'd love to have a discussion. It'll be fun.
And don't forget to vote on whether or not you think country music has to have an accent.
Yes. And if it doesn't, tell me the country music singer who doesn't have an accent. And yes. So,
Rachel, that's like saying women can't vote because they don't have the vote yet.
All right, we'll see what the viewers think. All right, sounds good. Well, and we will talk to you all next week.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.